What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of the Honda XR400 build. Previously in episode 1, I kind of dug into the bike for the first time and figured out what it needed. I needed to clean the carb, new fuel petcock, and I just put a fresh spark plug in it to get it running. Then we finally figured out how to start this behemoth of a bike, and then I noticed it needed some jetting changes and possibly a second clean on the carb. I did that off camera, and then I went to take it for a little test ride and immediately blew the rear wheel apart. I think I broke 4 or 5 spokes like right as I clicked in the second gear up the street. So that kind of screwed my plans. I wanted to ride this thing a little bit. I wanted to take it out to the desert and see what it was like. But because time is of the essence and I really want to just ride this thing, we're going to change our plans. I think today we're going to strip it down to the frame. We're going to inspect all the bearings, see what else needs to be replaced, and then clean everything super well. We're going to do a really deep clean. I'm going to take the wheels apart and get ready to relace new rims and new spokes. And then we might even get some paint on it today. So if that's something you're interested in, please follow along. Don't get it twisted. We're still staying caffeinated.
Come bearing gifts.
Thanks, babe.
Here you go.
Bye.
Bye.
Got all the plastics cleaned up. The Airbox came out really nice, and even the skid plate came out pretty good. Now I'm going to pivot to, I'm going to get the engine out of the frame, but I'm going to try and leave the wheels on for as long as possible. That way I can roll this thing around. So the Swingarm pivot bolt is frozen in there, super solid. I can't even get it to spin from the other side. So I think we're gonna resort to using some heat. Good morning. I finally got that Swingarm bolt out. I didn't film it because I was literally fighting for my life and there were a lot of swear words, but I got it. I basically just used the old heat and beat method. And finally, after heating, punching a little bit, I finally got it out. There she is. There's the swing arm. Both the bearings are completely shot, so we're gonna need new ones of those. I'm going to move on to spraying the subframe. I did a little paint test earlier and I didn't find a perfect color match, but pretty darn close. So I've prepped it lightly, nothing crazy, just basically sanded with Scotch-Brite everywhere and then cleaned it off with a little contact cleaner. And then I have my paint can warming up in a bath of hot water. So we'll just put on 2 or 3 light coats and see how it goes. I'm going to reassemble the airbox. It came out really good, all things considered. Cleaned up really nicely. Got most of the gunk out of the inside. One thing I noticed is that the air boot doesn't actually have a lip that comes inside the airbox like some airboxes. All that seals against it is this, and it actually didn't have any kind of sealant on it. So personally, I think it needs some. I'm just going to hit it with some Lexel. This is really good stuff. It's super sticky and it's waterproof, but it doesn't dry very fast, so you can kind of work with it for a while. So I'm going to just run a bead around the inside of this and then put it back together. That's the frame done. Initial cleaning, pretty good. Had a lot of oil and crud and gunk down there, but we got it done, so now we're gonna prep for paint. Got another hot soapy bath going. I'm gonna clean some more parts. I think I'm gonna strip the anodizing off this and the chain guide, just to give it a more kind of factory look, and then I'll be able to clean up some of the edges and it won't look so worn out. Alright guys, that's going to be a wrap for episode 2. I still have a ton of work to do. I got to order a bunch of parts. We need new swing arm bearings, new wheel bearings, new steering stem bearings, brake pads, a whole bunch of stuff. I got to clean the engine still too and pretty it up. And then on top of that, we're going to build and lace new wheels whenever the rims get here. So stay tuned. Episode 3 will be coming up soon once we get some parts. Remember, it doesn't matter how sick your bike is, how cool the parts are that you can afford, or how fast you go. Just get out there and share the stoke.